I'm here with Vicky of Jules or Jowls, how would you pronounce it?
By Jules, by Jowls. However you say it, the beer's the same. I go for Jules.
Okay, brilliant. So lovely to see you with the MA Leaders today. Just wondered how you view trade currently at the moment for you.
We're having a strong start to the year, but obviously April looms, new challenges with minimum wage, business rates, so we are just working on our core proposition of ensuring that there is the best value pint across the bar at the moment.
Okay.
So making sure that we give the customers really great value in their beer, aspirational venues, and that is our primary focus moving forward.
Excellent. So are there any opportunities within the market that you see currently for your sites?
Yeah, absolutely. So cost, obviously, we've just said, but we are launching our new haze line, and we've also got some rotational and seasonal IPAs coming through, trying to bring in those younger demographic drinkers, and also reviewing the stout range to see what we can do there to try and drive some kind of more equity into our tenanted model.
Superb. Okay. Well, thanks very much, Vicky. I'm here with Jayson, Perfect, COO of Butcombe Group. Lovely to see you at the MA Leaders. So what do you see as the biggest issues in the trade at the moment?
Yeah, hi Gary. Look, the issue's been well publicised, as we've spoken about today, quite a bit, the MA Leaders piece. Lots to do with the government, lots to do with the impact and decision making that they can help us with. You know, VAT is top of the list for a lot of people in this room, as we've heard today. Business rates, very prevalent at the moment and right up there in terms of what's going on too. And obviously, NICs and anything to do with national minimum wage. You know, we know they're under pressure, and let's be honest, we just had another war start in the Middle East now, or a conflict, shall I say? Sorry, I shouldn't use those words, conflict. And that needs to be dealt with too, because that's going to hit a lot of us in the pocket over the next few months, no doubt.
Okay, cool. So, are there any growth opportunities that you see currently? I mean, with sort of downtimes comes opportunities. So, is there anything that you see as maybe a green shoot of growth? Or?
Yeah, look, I always find that in times like this where there's a bit of pressure that there's always growth opportunities. And we're a premium operator, premium bedrooms, premium food, premium drink, premium brands overall. Sure. I think there is market share to be had out there, and we've seen the falling over, shall I say, of a few businesses of late in the press.
Yeah.
And I think that will create a bit of a vacuum for us to go in, and the great operators will take those opportunities.
What do you see as the biggest issues in the trade currently?
Well, it's costs, isn't it? We've just heard about business rates and what that's meant for business over the last 2 years. NICs earlier in the day, that in the UK being twice as high as it is in Europe.
Yeah.
It's just increasingly hard to make a profit.
Yeah. Those costs are ever increasing, as you say. So, would you see that there's any growth opportunities at all out there?
Yeah, of course there's growth opportunities. A lot of it is about that question of experience of being in a venue. There's no point competing with the sofa, Netflix and a supermarket bottle of wine on price.
Yeah.
But you can compete on the fun of being there. I was at Mac & Sons at the weekend, their spice bags. That's not just about lunch. That's about the sense that you travel across London to go and try it.
Yeah.
And that little stuff, joy, is worth a lot more than it costs.
Yeah.
If you can make going out joyful, people come out and spend more than you've spent on making that joy happen.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in London at the moment, so it's the sort of place where you get that kind of innovation, you get that kind of key viral moments. Is that something that hospitality in general needs to keep promoting? Is that something that needs to do?
Yeah, I really think so. There's two reasons you go somewhere. Either it's your local pub and you love it, you've been going for years, you don't actually care if it's good or bad, it's yours, right? That's one. The other one is somewhere which is so fun that you and your mates will travel. The other thing is, increasingly in places like London, in Liverpool, in Manchester, young groups are so diverse, and you need to have an offer for somebody who doesn't drink for health reasons, are vegan, somebody who, if they're going to eat meat, it's got to be halal. You've got to be able to offer something for everybody. And often the thing that you can offer everybody is fun.
Okay, my name is Sarah Jackson. I live in a beautiful seaside village called Arnside up in the lakes. This is my husband.
Matt Jackson, founder, director of Lancaster Distillery and Cedar Investments, and now a new pub company, Lakes Bay Barco.
Cool. So, how is trade for you at the moment?
I would say at the moment we're kind of doing okay.
Okay.
We're hitting the right spot locally. We've invested regionally in a new railway site. So there's plenty of opportunities out there. I don't think we're tapping into everything that we possibly could be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like-for-like figures, about 12% up on this time last year as well. So
brilliant.
Must grumble.
No, absolutely.
But in saying that, we were hit hugely with the budget in November, not just fiscally directly, but also the knock-on effect of the confidence in our customers. We fell off a cliff in November across the board.
Right.
I don't know if that's a regional thing, but we soon picked up, and January was fantastic. So I must, you know, you can can't grumble all the time, but that really took a dent. So yeah, at the minute we're buoyant, great, but I look back and you just look at the negatives.
Well, it's so changeable as well. So as you say, seasonally, then it changes. So would you say there are any opportunities for growth at all where you are in your sites?
Yeah, interest rates coming down, so money's a lot cheaper, but it's not accessible from the banks because still, as a sector, we are the pariah out there, and they don't understand us and they don't get us. Luckily, with our track record, we have got good access, so there is opportunity. We're now looking at the sad demise of some pubs in some communities. That is now our opportunity because our brand of operation, our style, may be what's needed to turn the venues around. And sadly, as I say, there's a lot of them.
Of course, yeah. Okay.
But from an individual trade opportunity, I think we need to be looking at very much community groups, doing loads more art and craft options. We do very much capitalise on like event opportunities for us. We do lots of wine tasting, book clubs, art development classes. I think there's loads more of those opportunities out there. We just need to kind of think out of the box a little bit and therefore get the people that aren't always coming through the door straight away just for a drink with looking at, all of those alternatives.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm Nick. I'm one of the partners at Butcombe Pubs, operating food-led pubs in Berkshire and Surrey.
Brilliant. Well, lovely to see you at the MA Leaders today. Obviously, we've heard from a few people already talk. What would you say is the biggest issues in trade at the moment for you?
I think sort of frontline operationally, as a lot of the panel have mentioned, it's sort of finding and motivating and then retaining the right staff, keeping them happy and understanding their personal challenges outside of work and inside of work. And supporting that as well. It's as hard as it is for us to do business, all of our employees are, they're fighting their own challenges outside as well. So you've got to make sure that isn't overlooked.
Okay, so staffing is extremely important for you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have spoken about costs today, but it's quite interesting to see you talking about staff. Is a cost increasing for you as well? I would imagine that
across the board. It's,
sure.
Whether it's the meat, the beer, the fish, and even cost of recruitment, cost of advertising.
Yeah.
I can't say that there's a saving in many areas.
No.
So yeah, very tricky. The break even of our sites continues to increase versus when you write a happy, exciting P&L when you take on a pub and a forecast say, right, we need to hit this amount to break even, pay everybody, make it work, look after ourselves as owners, and then that goes up and the margins are squeezed. So we've learned to be clever, pull levers, cut where we can, and tailor our cloth.
Absolutely. So, are there any excuse me? Are there any shoots of growth at all? Is there any opportunities to be had?
Yes, I think the opportunities really are sort of motivating and engaging the teams to be hands-on, rolling up their sleeves, get their input on where they can find efficiencies, and really making their part of it, not in a doom and gloom sense of we better do this, otherwise it's all over. But actually, how can we keep the pubs alive? Being very real with them about the P&L and showing them where things are increasing and getting their guidance in. But they're the ones who are down there on the front line, experiencing things. And then that hopefully translates into really genuine hospitality that the guests then respond to and want to come back to.
Okay.